Hi everyone, Carter Krishna here for Beyond the 90. Really special and quick announcement for our supporters and for those who are interested in reform in the game in the United States. We are looking to put together a sit-down, a face-to-face sit-down somewhere in the southeastern United States, perhaps late end of summer, beginning of fall, that is going to discuss promotion and relegation and how it should ideally look within the USL ecosystem and also outside of the USL ecosystem, within American soccer in general. Concepts of open systems. Maybe talk a little bit about youth development and how training compensation and solidarity payments, how we can maybe implement some of those things here in the States on a broader perspective, not just within one league system or if a youth club meets certain conditions, and have a broader conversation about reform in the game, both on the men's and women's side, but particularly focusing on the men's side with promotion and relegation as the impetus. So you will get more details in the near future. I want to thank George Paisley for, one, talking about this with me many months ago, but then secondly, writing that article a week ago that had us thinking again. And I've talked to a lot of you and a lot of leaders in the game, people who invest, people who own clubs in the last week since George's article ran. And there's interest in doing this sort of event, this sort of sit down where we all meet face to face, we all get to know each other, we break bread instead of sitting behind a keyboard and, throwing out things. Maybe we all get to meet, we all get to know each other. That's been my experience in the game. My relationships are personal friendships, right? They're people I've met in person at soccer matches or at soccer conferences or at coaching conventions, all of that sort of stuff, referee conferences, that then become, people who you connect, who you then continue the relationship with on social media or on websites or in the blogosphere or professionally. But you actually kind of meet most of these people face to face first. So I think it'll be good to be in a room and talk through these issues and talk about the what is important in the game in terms of reform and in terms of the future and kind of the canvas we'd like to paint on what American soccer should look like, the pyramid, all of that stuff. So no more details now, but many of you have already been talked to that are watching this. I've already sounded you out about the idea and the concept, and we'll have more details in the near future. I'm ready to announce it because I think we've gotten enough positive feedback and enough people and influential people in the game who've told us, yeah, this is a good idea. So we want to do this Reforming Soccer Conference or whatever we're going to call it, presented and sponsored by Beyond the 90, and maybe get some other sponsors along the way, and do it in a few months. So really looking forward to it, and I think it's just important for everyone to be in a room. I learned that in Chattanooga with that conference in 2018. We tried to do a follow-up conference in South Florida in Boca Raton in 2019, and it was important to be in the room with people. Fewer people that time, but important to be in the room. And I think these are how the real good conversations, strategic conversations. There's only so much you can do on social media. There's only so much you can do on Zoom or in terms of conversations that aren't personal and aren't kind of stimulated by the interaction of multiple people being together and talking to one another. So we'll have more details in the near future. And if you have any interest, if you have any suggestions, please just ping me and let me know. This is going to be a collective effort. This isn't one person or a group of people dictating terms to others. So thank you for your continued support of Beyond the 90, and we'll have more on this in the very near future.